Hello, my wonderful people. How are you doing? How have you been? Are you still with me? Have you subscribed yet? And please do not forget to hit the notification bell to get notified every time we upload a new video. And today we are meeting a new breed. I know we've met it before, but it was at a show. So today we get a one-on-one with the Dutch Shepherd. So this one, Atik. I said what? We are on a journey of discovering the dog breeds that we have in the country. So that's a plus for us today. So I'm your girl Linda Kenyita, and this is Dog TV Kenya, the best documentary channel for all dog lovers. So let me take you to our host and let him introduce himself, and also let him introduce his kennel and our friend here. So, sir, welcome to our channel. So kindly introduce yourself, introduce the name of your kennel, and also the dog here.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Eric Nyoto, and I'm very glad to have you here. It is a great pleasure to host Dog TV. We are Magana Elite, the Dog Academy, where we specialize in dog breeding, as well as dog training and boarding facilities. And we have various breeds here. One among them is the Dutch Shepherd that we are here to interact with today. Yes.
So who's our friend here?
Our friend here is called Tiger. He was named by one of my sons, Tiger, because he looks like a tiger. Yes.
So the Dutch Shepherd, kindly take us through its temperament, and also who likely would want to own a Dutch Shepherd.
The Dutch Shepherd, as the name suggests, the origin is Dutch. It was basically for the farmers to tend the animals, and the dog is quite friendly. The temperament of the Dutch Shepherd is one that is quite convenient as a family dog. But key to note is also the fact that being a farmer's dog, the Dutch Shepherd is quite independent in its way of mannerism. Because if you read through the history of the Dutch Shepherd, you'll realize that they would be given a herd of sheep to take to the fields and then bring that flock back in the evening. So to that extent, they are quite independent, and they are also, they require a lot of socialization so that you can take away that independence, because you don't want a hard head to be one of your dogs. They are also quite agile and require quite a bit of exercise, because in their breeding, the dog basically is one that is quite good for guarding also, very alert. If you look at Tiger here, any movement outside tells you that he has noticed some movement outside, and that dog is quite good. The other bit is the fact that the Dutch Shepherd is quite adaptable. Compared to the German Shepherd, the Dutch Shepherd is quite adaptable to different environments, to different terrains. That is why you also get the Dutch Shepherd in three different pigmentations. We have the short coat that is quite skinny. We also have the long coat, and we also have the shaggy one. So what we have here is the long coat. This is a puppy of a bigger boy that I will show you as we go through the kennel. And the kind of fur that he has, the pigmentation has more brown, but the father has more black. And they make quite interesting a combination. And we also need to do a lot of training on these dogs, just as I mentioned that they are quite independent. So for that reason, you need to do a lot of training so that you can condition them to what you would want. The kind of dog that can be able to adapt to a family setup, the kind of dog that can be able to be an in-house dog, a dog that can be able to also be a great guard dog. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, one of the things people want to know is that now, when it comes to the health of the Dutch Shepherds, does it come, so far, with the way you've stayed with them, do they come with any specific health challenges?
Thank you for that. And just like German Shepherds, you need to have a HIP score on the Dutch Shepherd. Nonetheless, the fact that their back is the angulation is not as steep as of the German Shepherd, you also realize that it does not put a strain on their joints. Then the normal care for animals and dogs is what you require for this dog, because it is low maintenance. Actually, if you look at the reason for which the Dutch developed this shepherd, it was basically because of its adaptability and also its convenience, because it can live under meager environments. That is, even the feeding program for a Dutch shepherd is lower compared to a German shepherd. Then in terms of their interaction with the veterinary, that is not quite as intense as a German shepherd. Just as I said, they are quite adaptable. Yes. Okay,
you mentioned its feeding, so kindly take us like its feeding regime, how much, when, how often?
My name is Dr. Stephen Omari from Linden Vet Clinic. Today's topic is feeding. Feeding has challenges in most of dogs owners. Starting with storage. When you buy feeds from supermarket or from stores, you need to know where to put your feed or your food. Normally, when you buy food, you need to keep the food dry and clean, because most of the dog food is in flour. So when you put or you keep the food on the floor, then it means the food will attract or will be contaminated with the dampness of the floor, and then the feed starts getting contaminated, and then this is what we call aflatoxin. And aflatoxin is a mycotic condition that normally targets the GIT or the stomach lining, because this is a poison. When it goes to the body, it causes lesions on the stomach lining, and then the symptoms that you see is that the dog does not eat, it goes skinny, and then you see bloody diarrhea, and then finally you'll see the dog becomes jaundice. So you need to buy food from wherever you are buying, but quality food, that when you get to the storage, you put it in a nice place, so that when you come home, you keep on a dry place and clean, because dogs are part of our family and they are like us human, and dogs, they are more susceptible than human. If you compare on that line, the dogs are more susceptible to aflatoxin than human. So we have said that aflatoxin is a killer disease. Once it comes to the body, it targets the stomach lining and then the liver, and the dog dies. So you need to actually be keen on what you are feeding to your dog. So first, make sure you get the quality food, store it in a good place, and then on cooking, cook it well, and then feed the dog the food that he can finish at one point, so that the food doesn't, as in if the dog doesn't finish the feed, then don't repeat the feed the next day, because that feed gets contaminated with aflatoxin. So it's better for you to feed the dog the food that he finishes at that particular time. Thank you.
This is a puppy. He's 6 months, headed to 7. Right now, he's having 2 meals in a day. We do kibo, dry foods, in the morning as a snack. Then in the evening, we give cooked food. The cooked food varies from chicken heads, chicken skins. We also do chicken feet, as well as a bit of pork. Pork, we have a slaughterhouse that is nearby for pigs. So we actually do a lot of pork for them, mixed with broken rice. Yeah, and you realize broken rice is much better because it is not prone to aflatoxin. Yes. The older one, the meal is once in a day, which also alternates between easy. He can hear the other ones which are backing. Easy, Tiger. Easy. We also do a bit of omena, but there's a bit of caution in omena because of the protein content. Because if you give quite a big portion of omena, you're bound to get some blisters, some pinkish blisters. It is important for breeders to take note of that. Yes.
Are they friendly to kids? Because we most probably farmers now, it's a dog that was bred for the farmers, but now that population I think is decreasing every day. So can I get a Dutch Shepherd and then I go home and it refuses to be that nice friendly pet?
Just as I said, the Dutch Shepherd, and it is important to note that you need to give the Dutch Shepherd quite a bit of exercise and socialization. And so far, according to the kind of interaction that I've had with this breed, they are quite friendly and make good family dogs. Actually, the father to Tiger has been at my home full time, where I have 3 children. And he has been interacting actually with my children very well. So my experience tells me they are quite adaptable even with children. As well as according to the research, before I got Spike, I did quite a bit of research. And according to different people who've had the breed, they are quite good as family dogs. I had mentioned that you can condition them to also be house dogs. Yeah, so it just takes a bit of socialization. Yes. In our interaction, you've seen Tiger, who is quite friendly at 6 months, and I'd like to introduce you to the father. He's called Spike, who is trained on aggression, so that you can see the qualities of guarding and protection that are bestowed upon the Dutch Shepherd.
Okay.
Here we have Spike. Spike is a Dutch Shepherd, male, excellent.
So as we say goodbye to our viewers, give us a general advice to somebody who has watched this episode and they are thinking, then that's my kind of breed.
Thank you very much. One thing that I will tell people is that the Dutch Shepherd actually is the friendliest of dogs. I've really enjoyed my being with the 2 of them, and looking towards getting more. Actually, they are quite friendly, and therefore I would advise and recommend this dog compared to other breeds, because this dog will be able to adapt to any environment that you put it into. Yeah, so it is excellent to have a Dutch Shepherd. Yes.
Thank you, people. I hope you've stayed with me. I hope we've learned about the Dutch Shepherd together. And so far, if you watched me at till this particular moment and you haven't subscribed, so why haven't you subscribed yet? Also, do not forget to hit the notification bell to get notified every time we upload a new video. And I've been your girl, Linda Kenyita, and this is Dog TV Kenya, the best documentary channel for all dog lovers. Also remember that we have introduced a vet section, so if you have any queries regarding the health of your dog that you'd want clarified or to know, leave us a comment, or you can DM us through all our social media handles, that is Dog TV Kenya. And until the next one, bye.